the most interesting point is to accept all these contradictions and to live with the contradictions, and even with all the new advertising stuff that covers architecture and buildings. This is what makes it so interesting, that it's like a new layer adding to the many old ones. I don't believe in planning, so it was interesting how unsuccessful planning was, and the city is telling many stories about unachieved planning ideas. And I think it's interesting to see the contradiction and the complexity of these different planning starts that never came to an end, are overwhelmed by the next influence, and this makes the story, the city interesting.
You are both planners, aren't you, in a way?
Yes, but perhaps it is this a big question, and so I want, in this moment I quote, who plans the planning? So I think this question is very important. So, and when you think about this hierarchical situations about planning, so then how you define this planning? So if you do it in a way that somebody other does, so you take this pattern and you put it on a society. And I think we have around the world a lot of plannings or planner to plan something that perhaps there's a big question how to do it. And I think to give a recipe, I think that's so. As in my opinion, it's false.
A question from Lucius Burkhardt: who is planning the planning?
Mm-hmm.
And we still think that democracy could plan planning, but I think this is an illusion. And I don't know the state of democracy here, and how people could plan the planning. And I think it's interesting to see how regimes or influences were planning the planning, and it seems just to happen. And I think this is what we'll see also in Western city, outside the centers, in the suburbs, and in the growing cities that are just flowing over the landscape.